What's up guys, today I'm going to go over how TSM Wardell plays Jett on Ascent. For this video I will only be looking at TSM's attacking side. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, before I start, I'm going to show you guys Wardell's default. So here it is, really quickly.
I'm curious to see how they approach this round. It looks like they're going to let their duelists fight in mid. Dicey and Asuna, they're going to have a fight earlier.
And Dicey's been incredible so far on Ascent as well for 100 Thieves. He's really made a huge difference. And he will not get anything in mid to begin with. I like the setup from 100 Thieves around the tree position, sort of giving up the side but making...
For Wardell's default, he mainly groups up towards the top of mid or gelato area with a couple of his teammates. Those three players will mostly pressure A long and try to get a pick for free. If they manage to get a pick, they'll probably extend further into the A site if their teammates are nearby the cat area. If the three players don't get a pick towards the A site and instead get something towards the B site, Wardell will fall back either through attacker spawn or group up with some of his teammates to take control of mid to get to B. However, the process of Wardell's default will change once he gets an operator in his hand. However, the principle behind the default will stay the same. Rather than going towards A long with his teammates off the bat, he will watch mid for a little bit with the operator in case of a mid push. After watching mid for a couple of seconds, he then groups up with his teammates and goes and does the rest of the default as normal. When it comes to entering the site, Wardell has two different ways of doing it. One is with the operator and one is with any other gun. If he has the operator, he won't entry, rather he will hold an angle for his team to enter the site. For example, if TSM is going to the A site, he will hold for the heaven peak, whilst his team enters the site and get the bomb planted. If Wardell has any other gun and is the entry, he will use his dash to get map control. For example, if TSM is going toward B, he will dash into the boathouse and quickly close the door and maybe get a pick or two. Just like when it comes to whether or not Wardell is going to entry a site, he switches it up when he uses his dash. If Wardell is going to be the entry, he'll use the dash as a tool to get control over the map. Since the idea behind the entry is to make a lot of space for your teammates behind you, as well as getting as far as possible into the site. This coincides with his dash because he is able to make great progress when it comes to distance into a site and creating a lot of chaos for his teams to follow up. However, his philosophy changes once he gains the operator. If Wardell has the operator, he will no longer use that dash as a tool to gain map control. Rather, he will use it as a tool to retreat out of sticky situations. What I mean by sticky situations is if he misses an op shot and has to fall back, he'll use the dash to quickly get out of the enemy's crosshair so he doesn't get traded. Alright, so far everything I've said was mostly for a team-based environment. For example, if you want to make room for your teammates when you entry, you use your dash. If you want to group up with your team on the default and then put control around the A long area. That's all for team-based environments. However, if you guys want to be more of an individual player, if you guys want to just be a lot more puggy, I can show you a little bit of tips and tricks that Wardell may use or any Jett player may use when it comes to playing. So I'll just go in game real quick and I'll show you a couple of tips and tricks for you guys. Alright, for this part of the video, I'm just going to show you like little tricks that you can use to help yourself like on an individual level for using Jett. So before we actually go into like separate things, I just want to show you this nice little off angle that Wardell uses if he's predicting like someone pushing from A long. So you just come up on this like ticket boost here, and you're gonna just watch this A long area like this. It's really cool if you have like another person here holding it with you, so they won't instantly like shoot at you. You can quick Skype with them. So it's a nice little off angle you can use. You can I recommend you only use it like whenever you know that someone is regularly going to push towards A long, because if not, you're not going to be doing too much with that off angle. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is peeking with the op. So whenever you shift, or you see the red dot, that's when you're fully accurate. So what you want to do in this situation is notice like if you stay scoped and you jump, it's like a second before you're fully accurate. So if you want, you can like pre-fire this angle. Like what people would do is normally just jump. You can't do it as well as the old version, but it still is worth doing, to be fair. So if you know like you're dealing with like another opera, you can jump around corners and pre-fire an angle like this and then decide, because you're going to be 100% accurate like a second after you land. It's still pretty good. It's not as good as before. So yeah, that's just another way of peeking corners with the op. Alright, now then, I want to talk about what it's going to be like for you if you have like a Phantom or any gun that is in the op where you have to like be 100% still. And so usually whenever you are either ecoing with your knives or with your gun, what you want to do is be the entry this jet, because first of all it's going to clear out like safer tripwires that people might have set up. Plus, not only that, you get a lot of you have a lot of room to work with. So for the B site, what I recommend you do is something like this. So if you want to take like boathouse control, you can smoke off. Like you're gonna have a person smoke here, like say an Omen. You're gonna tell him, hey, can you smoke here? And maybe he smoked mid earlier, so he doesn't have a second smoke. What you can do is over here, when you're in this area, you can just like lead your smoke towards that area, like so. And then when the open smoke is, you can jet into here, have your gun out, and maybe close the door quickly. And just like maybe fight. If like I wouldn't like do this first. I would like clear out this area first because the smoke's up. And then if no one's there, you can like close the door. If like you need to go to site or something, and you like cross over like this, you can dash. You can go in your smoke a little bit and just dash and try and just get as much room as possible. Another thing people could do is like if you're not as well on here, you can use it on base site more likely is you can play around your smoke. So say if both of those things are smoked, and then you smoke it, you can dash into your smoke, play around it, like maybe peek this side, go back in, take that side, you know. Or you can create as much chaos as like with your dash, and then you queue up like instantly like that. And then just create chaos for your team to just get an opportunity to get into the site, or maybe like just trade a frag of yours. Alright. Now I'm gonna talk about here with your knives. Your knives are gonna be your best friend when it comes to like situations that you have, like say if you're like, you know, you can win the round and you have the operator, but you have to be mobile, you can use your knives there. Or say if you're on the eco. So a good example is if you have another teammate who's like poor, but you can buy a gun, and you have your knives up, buy them the gun, have you're gonna buy yourself armor, buy them the gun, and you're gonna use your knives. Your knives are really good because as that, when you left click, left click and you get a headshot, you get a it does like a good amount of damage, and it'll one shot them in the head. It's 50 to the body, I believe 150 to the head. So yeah, when you're using the knives and you're taking B, most people are gonna know about this angle already, like through the first like window. So I wouldn't actually use that window. Rather, you would use this window over here. It's a nice little off angle. Maybe it gets you a free pick, like peeking into market. And yeah, it's just like different because everyone who uses this one will probably get picked off. Sure, you get to see into the back of sight, but you're probably getting picked off. You can peek in the back of sight like that as well. If for some reason you have a Sage on your team, this angle over here would work out. Like have her wall you up, and then you'll be able to see into Cat. Or if you have your ult, you can just jump like that and peek over. Another good angle you can use for your knives is you can do the reverse on the defender side over there. Is over here. So you come over to this bicycle, you go on the box on the wall, and you're just gonna double updraft up, and you'll see over double box and E box in hell, and some into heaven as well. Yeah. These again, like the knives are really good. Here, you can like just make a lot of room, dash yourself into your smoke, updraft. Just create chaos everywhere you go. because they pull out pretty quickly.
What's this?
Let's see, they'll recharge every time, or like they'll give you more knives every time you get a kill. Oh, what else? Also, like if you're holding an angle and that you know a person is, like you can like benefit heavily. Like say if you're here, you can like smoke that off, and it'll create a one-way for you. You can play around a one-way with your smoke. It'll give you like a like an 5 to I think it's like 5 second smoke. I don't really remember. You can just create one ways to give yourself the advantage. Just be careful because you have to remember like how certain angles work. Like if you're on the low ground, you have a better time looking upwards at a higher ground than you have at a higher ground looking down. So if I use this one way, you want to be like the people on the ground will see you before you see them. And what else can I show you? There's nothing much I can show you here. That's pretty much like everything that everyone uses for jet. Like they use the way of their peeking. I guess I could tell you this. Whenever this video is good at helping you improve the way you play, you can use it whatever way you want it. I wouldn't copy it like verbatim because not every round is gonna be the same, and it's up to you on when you want to use these tips for yourself. Like sometimes doing something different is better than doing what I'm saying.
What's this? What's this?
So it's up to you guys. It's your guys' like call to judge or to make the judgment. Talking about a judgment, you guys should probably don't be like one of those people who jet and use it to judge constantly. It's OP, but it's annoying to play against. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Alright, like I said while I was in game, not everything here can be applied like 100% of the time, so it's up to you to decide when you guys want to use it. Other than that, I know I said this was a Wardell video, but this ended up just turning into Wardell plus some tips for you guys to use. So I don't know how I feel about this video. I personally don't like it too much, the way I made it, but if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. I might make a different video later. I don't know. I know the video is coming up on Wednesday and Friday, so I'll see you guys then. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Bye!